knew that we had something, and we decided, well, we wrote this story about the characters as adults, and that was great to do. What if we go back and we just tell the story from the very beginning and tell it in chronological order and follow these characters from children through adulthood? So we now have a series that's written for years to come. It's all set up.
During that process, I mean, again, you guys have been at this for a while, right?
Yeah.
You know, you've been at this for a while. Was there ever a time where you kind of doubted that it was gonna happen for you? Did you ever kind of get to a point where it's like, the hell with this? I mean, did you ever get a point where you really thought about, just kind of doing something else?
No, because the minute you do that, it's over. It's self-defeating. If it's like this. It's like, I know I have half of a lottery ticket and Roger has the other half. We put it together and at some point we'll cash it in, but it's all work. It's a gift from God. It's a bond that we share. So it's just, we keep writing. So after we realized we had something in 2012, 2013, where we self-published and we did it on our own, we decided with confidence, take a step back, take Ascended the Omega Nexus off the market. Let's go back and write the series. Let's lay this out, okay? And that took us about a good 5-6 years to do. That's confidence, and we are confident. And for me, I think with the emergence and the success of the Black Panther movie, it's now changed the landscape.
Sure.
It changed everything.
What did you guys think when Black Panther came out? I mean, what was going through your mind at that time?
It was encouraging for me. I've never seen any, a full Black cast in a high budget superhero movie. It was incredible, and the story was good. The acting was phenomenal. I just felt like there's room for everybody. You have to understand.
Yeah.
We're not afraid that, we feel like our ideas and our story and our characters are fresh enough and original enough to survive in this marketplace. And there's plenty of space for plenty of other creators. And there are a lot of creators out there. And the thing that, and going back to your previous question, this for me is not work. If you enjoy what you're doing, so there's never been a doubt for me or of ever stopping, because it's not work for me. It's something that actually it relieves me. Like when I'm down or if I'm feeling a little anxious or what have you, I go to my laptop and I just start writing, and it's therapeutic. So this is just what we do.
Is that the lesson? I mean, is that the lesson? Because again, we have a broad audience. Is that the lesson that people should take away? I mean, people take away what they need, obviously, but is that one of the lessons that you want to convey? Is again doing something that it's like that's a part of you, that's kind of passionate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially for the young kids out there who think that it's all about being an athlete or being an entertainer or what have you. You don't have to be those things. Don't lock yourself into what society thinks is success. You have to find your passion, whatever you're passionate about. It could be sewing. If you're passionate about mopping, people have gone on to create excellent, companies and having an entrepreneurial spirit just by things like mopping or menial things that we would find menial. You have to find whatever you're passionate about and do it. And if you're doing something that you love, it's not work. It never feels like work.
Yeah, I agree. It took me a while to figure out what my path was. I spent years in telecommunications industry, and I hated it. It wasn't for me, and then Roger and I got together and we started talking, and we decided, look, we're here for a reason. You know, we could be back on the island, sitting on a beach somewhere, or we could be struggling the island. I don't know. I don't think we would be. But the point is, we're here for a reason. And we have to see it through. So we feel like these characters are part of us, and we have to just introduce them to the world. Now, what I will say to people is, my advice is, if you're going to anything, whatever your passion is, and you want to make a career out of it, you got to study it, and you really have to learn it, and then do it. And don't expect other people to do it for you, because it doesn't work that way. You have to do it yourself. Nobody can represent you better than you.
Right. I agree with that.
Well, thank you for that. So what can we expect next from the Reece brothers?
Go, Jack.
Well, right now, because of our experience, again, with dealing with agents, and I'm not saying that we wouldn't work with an agency again, but we're now really independent minded. And like, I look at Tyler Perry and how he grew his business. And what I love about him is that he identified his audience, and he gave them what they wanted. He filled that need. We're going to do the same thing, following his model. And we are also going to be looking for other people with other IP, that we believe is good, and try to get them to the next level also. It's not just about us. If it's good, it's good. If we come across something that we think is better than ours, we're going to promote the hell out of them, because we just feel like it's just the way it's supposed to be. We have to pull each other up. We have to support each other, but we also have to be honest with each other. If something's not good, it's not good. So one of the issues I had in the past was when an editor would get back to our agent and say, we really like these characters, but we don't know how to market to the target audience. What does that mean? Or when I hear someone say, well, in writing, Black boys don't read, and this is targeted toward Black boys, that's highly offensive, and it's just not true. Right. So I don't want to do business with you, and we're gonna go after that demographic, and we're gonna prove you wrong. Right. So these are two. If you tell me, well, Reece Brothers, your writing's just not up to par, it's not up to standard, I can accept that. But in the past, those are the kind of roadblocks and barriers that we were facing. And since Black Panther, I'm telling you, I believe that we have a great opportunity to do great things.
I believe too. I got mines, and America, you get yours too. Where can folks pick up the book?
Amazon. We're doing everything through Amazon. Amazon has been a great partner handling our distribution, fulfillment. It's a very easy platform to work with, and everyone's buying from Amazon. So you could buy the book at Amazon for $5.99, which is a very reasonable price for a novel. Typically novels sell for anywhere between, I would say about $10, this type of book, where we're trying to discount it as much as we can. But the ebook is even cheaper. We're selling the ebook for $2.99. So you can get the ebook on Kindle. And we'd love for people to pick it up, give it a read, and let us know what you think,
Yeah. So Amazon.com, and you could just plug in Ascended Dark Beginnings, and you'll get the book.
Yeah, Amazon, Ascended Dark Beginnings, and you'll see two books. You'll see the ebook, and you'll see the hard copy soft cover book. So
I mean, $6.
Take a look at it. Let us know what you think. But we all
$6 is very reasonable. Well, I mean, I could see when I looked at the book, and you could definitely charge twice that, because of the value. Yeah. Is there a particular reason why it's $3 to get the ebook, and $6 for the hard copy?
Well, the ebook is easier to distribute, but as creators, at this point, we're most interested in people reading our stories. This book is part one of a trilogy. Well, I should say it's of a series, but this is part one. This is book one, and we're going to follow it up. And the stories are already written, already laid out. So we just want people to read it, and if you're interested and you really like it and you want to know what's next, you'll be able to go on to the next one as quickly as possible. So we want to make sure we don't want to create any barriers to reading it or to gaining access to it. So we thought $2.99 was quite reasonable.
Wow, wow, wow. And I know you guys also want to promote literacy. Can you talk a little bit about that?
It's very important for us. I mean, that's part of the reason we got into it. I mean, when we were younger, when I was younger, I can only speak for myself, but when I was younger, comic books is what kept me engaged. And then from there, I started branching off to novels and whatnot. Today, because of what I do, I read a lot, but I recognize the importance of reading and kids getting into reading, especially young African American kids. We just need to get kids reading more. It's getting them off these devices and off of the video games. That's fine as an outlet, but reading is it. Reading is fundamental.
It is fundamental.
We feed our brains. Our minds are our muscles as well. So we think that it's very important to get kids reading it, and this sort of novel, where it's fast paced and action packed, I think will get kids more engaged than a snooze fest or any other novel that they wouldn't be interested in.
Yeah, and part of the motivation for writing the novel was also because we could have easily adapted this into a graphic novel or a comic book. But, for me, I'm similar to Roger, but Roger was into reading more than I was, let's be honest. I was that kid. I wanted to be outside. I wanted to be playing all the time. I only read when I had to in school or for homework, and that was it. And then I started reading books, and it was a gateway or portal to history. World history, American history, Caribbean history. These are the things that I'm interested in. And if it weren't for picking up books at 11 or 12 years old and really delving into them, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be, as interested in other topics. But it was I picked up the books, I got into the stories, I liked the stories, and I said, hey, you know what? I want to know more about this country. I want to know about that country, or why are things the way they are? And so before you know it, you've entered that portal and you're just exploring another world. Now, in terms of reading fiction, rather than a comic book, we're going to describe that world to you, but you're going to paint that picture in your mind. And that's your gift. That's your gift. So that's a big part of what we're doing.
Yeah, that activity, that really kind of allowing people to kind of use their brain and think about things and think of themselves in a different light is very impactful and very powerful. And I know that you guys also have talked at schools and you're open to kind of reaching out to other programs and youth programs and stuff like that. How do people reach out to you if they want you to, provide this material to their school or provide their material to a recreational department? How would they reach out to you?
Okay, email me, Jerry, J.R. Reece. So it's J.R. REECE 1210 @gmail.com. Email me. I will definitely respond. We are going to be setting up a Facebook page and an Instagram page. So we're setting up our social media pretty soon, because basically we are launching this thing next month. So in a much bigger way. But you can email me, or you can go to, we're going to have, the page is going to be called The Ascended Series. That's The Ascended Series on Instagram. And you can message me there. And we're more than willing to talk to anyone about Ascended and work with you.
Awesome. So we know where to get the book, Amazon.com. We know that there's some things coming down the pike. Where are you guys taking this? I mean, you have you have these two books that you've written, excellent books. You have some other books that are on tap. Where are you taking all this?
we're going to create our own company. We envision a multimedia company where we're doing books, we're doing animation, we're going to try to get some film deals done. We want to take this big, so this is a long-term thing. And the way Ascended is set up, it's not just about the three boys. I mean, they're the main characters for the introduction, but imagine 50 kids with these powers, and imagine the organization that created these kids and the characters that come in and out of these organizations. And what if you had 50 human weapons of color walking around in this world, in this country? What would our government do? So there are a lot of conflicts and a lot of stories to be told. And we see this as, you're going to see the brothers as 9, 10, 11-year-olds, and you'll see them as 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
So it's going to evolve. So I look at George Lucas, what he has done. He's the creator of Star Wars. And Star Wars has spanned how many? 4 decades? He is the model. He's the person to study, and we're going to emulate him and what he has done and try to grow the Ascended brand out that way.
Hey, I could see it on the big screen. I would pay for that. I would bring the whole family along with that. I could definitely see it. I can definitely see it. So, I mean, you guys are creators. There's a lot of stuff that's on tap. The organization is growing. Do you guys have a team of, or just you and your brother? You know, how's this work?
Now, we have a team of a really good creative team. We're actually a team of 4. Roger, I'll let you talk a little bit more about our team.
Yeah, we've got a really talented team. I mean, a group of guys, we sit around and we just toss story ideas at each other. Jason Francis and Gary Bennett. Those guys have been with us since the beginning. Well, since the beginning of the relaunch as adults, and they bring a lot to the table creatively and business-wise. You know, we take their counsel into advisement, and you know, they're very talented, very smart.
Wow!
Yeah. It's fun to sit around the table and work with those guys, and sometimes we're like kids because we'll start arguing about the storyline and where we're taking it. But it's really a fun time, and we have a strong team. So we're really, really proud of those guys and happy to have them on board with us.
Okay. Well, I got mines. America. I got mines. Go get yours. I mean, again, the book is $6. It's $6. You can buy a dozen. I mean, everybody's inside anyway, right? You know, buy a dozen, give them out. People love it. People love it. So pick this up. Guys, this has been a great talk. I have one more question for you guys. Will you come back on the show?
Absolutely, man. We're with you.
You just say the word.
Oh,
yeah, this is a great experience.
Great. You heard it first, America. They said they'll come back on the show. So when the movie comes out, you know, they'll be back on the show. I really appreciate that. This has been excellent. I really appreciate your creative knowledge and what you guys have put together. And is there anything else that you guys want to say before we sign off?
The only thing I want to say is, everybody be careful out there. We're going to get through this, and it's best to get through it with our book.
Yeah. First, I want to say thanks to you, Omar, for having us. And I would just tell any parent out there, give us a shot, take a look at it. You may find it entertaining, but I think your kids, especially if you have a kid who's 13, middle grade, give it a shot, and hopefully, we can grow together. I would really appreciate the support. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Roger and Jerry Reece, the Ascended series, kicking in on Brother Smalls. You guys remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to hit that button for the next video. All right? Peace, y'all.
Informs, uplifts, and